looking at my two really old fenders from my 46 Dodge, and they're pretty beat and they have a lot of dents and there's pieces missing because this truck was from Ohio. So I'm going to kind of point out what I'm going to fix, which is a lot. So here you can see that this slot became a little more slotted off to the left, and there's a slot where there's not supposed to be a slot. But in general, there's material all the way along there, and looks like something went on over here. I don't know what, but most of that's there. So if we look at the other one, none of it's there. So I got to fix all that. I'll have to fix the holes on the other one. And when you look at the slots around the edge, you can see the metal's all torn because people kept moving the fenders around and bending them all over the place. So I got to fix all those slots, and then this material is just gone because it got stuck on some stuff. And this fender over here had a lot of putty here and there, but this red one, which is all rusty, really didn't have much of any putty. It's just dents everywhere. So I wish I had better fenders to start with, but it's going to be a lot of work to fix them, and I'll just have to do what I have to do. You can see down here that the bolts are still in this one, and the bracket, the inner fender bracket, which is kind of surprising, but yet the other one, that's just gone, so that'll have to be made. And then on this gray one, I look straight down on it. I beat on that one and managed to get a fairly decent radius around here so that it's sort of contoured. But if you look at the red one, it must have got caught on something because there's no radius. It just about ripped the rear fender right off the thing. I don't know what they got caught on when they were pulling out. So that's the floor. You can see there's another dent, or I mean a chunk removed there, and I guess I'm going to have to stick a piece of 1/8 inch or something on the inside of this, on both of these, to give it some real body, so when I bolt them on they don't just flop all over the place. So that's before, and I'll get back to you when I'm most of the way done as far as having metal in place. This template I had for my bed in my truck, and turned it into a trim strip for inside of the fender. Inside of the fender and all the slots, and most of the slots are broken. They have a crack from the inside of the slot to the outside of the fender, and so there's no real body to the fender. And so what I did was I made that wood strip down there. I'm going to use that as a template, and you can see that there's black circles on it, and the black circles I got from the side of the truck. I put it on the bed side so that I know that that's the shape it's actually supposed to be. And then what I did was I put the fender on top of that and pushed it around, and I made those slotted black lines on there from the fender, so that I knew that that's the shape that the fender was supposed to be, and I traced around the fender and I made that strip. Fenders, I have no idea how the rear part of the fender is actually supposed to look, because both of them got caught on something and tore away from the truck. So I'm going to try to make them like that because I think that's what they're supposed to look like. And I'm going to put a whole new flanged edge on that entire fender. I put that strip that I just made on the other fender on top of this piece of paneling, and I traced it with a 1/2 inch all the way around the outside of it. And that's because my cone on my plasma cutter is 1 inch, and so that way it'll end up giving me the exact shape of that strip that I made. 1/8 inch piece that I'm going to use as a backer for the flange on the fender, and you can see it's underneath of the template. And so there it is. And so now all I have to do is join this section over here and beat the heck out of the fender and try to get it into the right shape. And then I'm going to transfer the holes from the template onto the new piece, and then I'm going to put the new piece on the inside of the fender, and I'm going to tack it all over the place. Front of the fender, and both of the fronts of the fenders were rotted off right where it connects to the running boards, and that chunk that's left over there is the good side. That was off of the driver's side, and I made that template, and then I cut a piece out and I tacked it on, but I didn't finish this off here because I need to push around on the fender and get everything straight, and then trim that off to the right size and weld it in there, and then that'll be it for the fenders. I'll just have to tack on that 1/8 inch piece on the inside. Okay, so here you can see I threw all the parts back together, and I had gone to a show a weekend or so ago, and I noticed that a lot of times the guys are moving the bed closer to the cab, so I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to relocate all the holes on where the fenders mount into the bed and slide the whole bed forward. And before I do that, I'm going to have to rework that panel back there because it's really oil canned. And just wanted to show you in general what it's looking like. Final clip here, I just wanted to show you with the hood up because I haven't flipped the hood up in a long time and I haven't had it out of the garage so you can actually see it a little bit. So I got a lot more to do and a lot of dents to take out, and everything needs sandblasted and painted, and it'll be a long road, but we're getting there. Bye.